welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this very simple, plain, beige, neutral looking makeup look. Yeah, so this is a full-on, in-your-face, neon, bright colours, glitter, everything and anything you can think of thrown onto my face in terms of colour because I wanted to. That's it really. I've never done a neon makeup look. You guys know how much I love bright colours and that sort of thing. And then plus, I had recently got the Melt Cosmetics Radioactive eyeshadow stack, which I really wanted to use. And that's what I've got on my eyes today. I basically used all 4 colours. So yeah, so this may not be your thing. Maybe you'll just enjoy watching it. It's a little bit of fun. Makeup's fun at the end of the day. Why do you have to be boring? Why do you have to be basic? Who wants to be basic? In all honesty, again, as always, I just wanted to match my top to something. So as this says, basic just won't do. And it won't. This top, by the way, is from H&M. It's like $5.99. Cheap and cheerful. So yeah, so that's it really. Now the Melt Cosmetics eyeshadow stack is not cheap. So I did want to give you an alternative. This is the Sleek Acid palette, which has got bright neon shades. This is actually a really amazing palette. I've had this for quite a long time. I remember I took this to a hen party that I went to in Mallorca a good couple of years ago. I just took this with me because we were out every night partying. It was the summertime, bright colours, that sort of thing. And this one, I wore it literally every single day. So this one is actually a really good palette to have. My lipstick is a limited edition MAC one. But all you really need is bright pink lipstick. That's it. So yeah, so there's not much else I can say. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you've got any requests that you might want me to do. Maybe something for spring or not. It's up to you. So here's just another close-up. I felt like putting glitter on, and I'm using Champagne Pop highlighter, which is why my highlight is super popping today. So I hope that you all enjoy the video. Bye. Hello! So first we're going to prime our eyes with the Air Patrol BB eyelid primer by Benefits, which is what I always use to prime my eyelids. And then I'm using my current favourite face primer at the moment, the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm, which everybody loves and I love too because it is the balm. And then I'm going to be using my Nars Sheer Glow Foundation in the shade Barcelona. This is something that has always been a favourite of mine, but I just kind of forgotten about it. So I dotted it all over my face as I always do, enough or equivalent of 2 pumps. And then I'm using a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to blend it all in. I wasn't having a very good skin day this day, so that's when I normally tend to whip out my Kevyn Aucoin Essential Skin Enhancer, and I place it onto all the troublesome areas of my face, the areas that still look a little bit red. There may be a little bit of texture or extra texture or dryness on there. So these are all the places that were bothering me that day. So at first I apply a very small amount to all of those areas because it's a very emollient and thick product. And then I start to press it into my skin. The reason I press it first is so that it can fill out any pores. This is an amazing product. This is one that I can't live without, and you guys should get it too because then it blends in very nicely with your foundation afterwards. Then I'm using the same foundation brush just to blend out all the harsh lines. This makes your skin look unrealistically amazingly natural, which is why I love it so much. It gives that extra boost that it needs sometimes. Then I'm using my Urban Decay Naked Skin concealer in medium dark warm to cover up my dark under eye circles, and then my MAC Prep and Prime highlighting pen in the shade Light Boost to apply it to the high points of my face, which I would like to illuminate and stand out. Hello! And I'm using a damp beauty blender to blend it all out as always. Now I'm using my Kat Von D Shade Light Cheek Palette as always with a Real Techniques contour brush to set all the areas that you just saw me concealing as well as highlighting. Then I'm going to be using my MAC Studio Fix powder plus foundation in the shade NC40, and a large fluff brush, F30 brush by Sigma, to set my whole face of the foundation, I mean. And then I'm going to prep my lips as always with my Carmex lip balm. Now to place onto my eyes, I'm using the NYX Jumbo eyeshadow pencil in the shade Milk. Don't go overboard with this, just apply a very light layer, as any kind of cream products on the eyes which you're planning to use as a base for eyeshadow can tend to make it crease whether or not you've got primer on or not. So that's just something to bear in mind. Then I'm using MAC's Brule, and I am applying that all over my eyelid to basically just set what you just saw me placing with a Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. This is just going to basically set that NYX Milk so that again it helps with no creasing later on. This is my brand new Melt Cosmetics Radioactive stack. It's awesome. I can't wait to use it, even though I did use it. What am I talking about? Anyway, I'm using the shade Neon in the crease and outer V area, and I'm using a Morphe G17 brush, which is a really big, fluffy but dense brush. I tend to use this more for my Colourpop cream to eyeshadow, cream to powder eyeshadows, because this look is not about being like neat. I'm not trying to get it right in the crease or in this area or that area. I'm literally trying to blow it out as much on my eyes as possible, but at the same time diffusing the shade out, because there is a cream product underneath. I don't want there to be any harsh lines, so I'm applying it in the outer V area and I'm dragging it upwards into the crease and beyond, almost towards my eyebrow area. So I had to go backwards and forwards a couple of times to basically increase the application as well as the color, because the more you apply, obviously the more intense it gets. Now for the lid and any other empty spaces, I'm using the shade Xenon, and I'm using a MAC 217 brush. Again, I'm using a fluffy tapered blending brush for this because I want to diffuse out the color. I don't want to pack it on. I don't want there to be like, I don't want it to look harsh, if that makes sense, even though it's still a really bright look. Plus these two shades blend very easily together into each other, so that again you don't have to worry about being too neat. So just go backwards and forwards over all the entire lid area, or as much as left there, blending it into the yellow shade and just up it to the intensity that you want it to be. Now I'm using MAC's Nylon and a 227 fluff brush by MAC to apply it to the brow bone area, just to give a little bit of difference to the matte shades on the lid, and then blend out the harsh lines between the yellow and the Nylon shade. Okay, I'm getting all stuttery. I'm using the groomer brush by Makeup Addiction Cosmetics to just brush out my eyebrows, and then I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow in the shade Chocolate as always to do my eyebrows. I outline the top area, then I fill in the front, and then I outline just a quarter of the front of the area before I fill it all in. I prefer to have the front looking a little bit neater, and then the rest I leave it a little bit more natural. And then I just comb it through with that same brush just to disperse any extra product, so that they don't look too dark, they don't look too fake and too unrealistic. Then I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel, again in Chocolate, just to set it all in place. Obviously this is a very full-on look, so we have to also line our eyes with my L'Oreal Super Liner Perfect Slim in black, and then create a massive wing and then have it thick at the outer edges, just so that you can obviously be as dramatic as possible. For the lower lash line, I'm using the shade Radon, and I'm blending it in with a Royal & Langnickel Pro Pencil Blender brush. I'm applying it very thickly. This is not a soft, sweet little makeup look. This is a full-on look, so I wanted it quite thick down there, which is why I used that brush as well. But it's a really good fluffy brush to blend out harsh lines. And then finally, I'm using the shade... what shade is this one? Radioactive, that's it. And I'm applying it to the tear duct area very heavily with a Morphe E17 brush. Yes, I know it looks crazy, it looks mad, don't worry yet, we will sort it out. And then line your waterline with your black kohl eyeliner of choice. Then I'm going to go back in with the shade Nylon by MAC and mix it into that radioactive shade. So I'm now creating a very frosty baby pink, because normally in the inner tear duct area you want something quite light. And then I'm going in with the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner in the shade Midnight Cowboy. Just in case you thought I hadn't put enough on my eyes, I surprised you, I'm sure I did, by applying some glitter. Why the hell not? We're going all out here, mate. We are all going all out here. And yeah, so apply it to your lower lash line and cover up all the eyeshadows underneath, but you can still see them shimmering through. Then I'm using my Benefit They're Real mascara to prep my eyes for the eyelashes. And the eyelashes that I have used on this occasion are the Huda Beauty Sasha eyelashes, and then do your lower lash line as well. And here are the completed here are the completed eyes, full on and glam and amazing. And now on my face I'm using the Makeupgeek Cosmetics contour powder in Half Hearted, and I'm applying it with a Morphe G3 contour brush. As you can see, it is very dark for me. This was the first time I was using it, so I went a little bit overboard, but look at how beautifully it blends. Even though I applied it in like a big splodge to begin with, it blends out really, really beautifully, which is what I love about these powders. And as it was so dark and unexpected for me, I'm going to now tidy it up using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, which is what I always do with the Real Techniques contour brush. This is a great way to tidy up your contour or reduce the colour if it has come on your face a bit too harshly. Then I'm using Give Me Sun by MAC, which is one of their mineralized bronzer type things, and an F40 angled brush by Sigma to contour my underneath my cheeks and my temple and whatnot. Then I'm using Pink Swoon by MAC, and I'm using a MAC blush brush to apply it to the top part of my cheekbones to give a beautiful blush of pink, because I love this pink blush. It's one of my favorite pink blushes all time by MAC. And then I'm using the same MAC Studio Fix powder that I used in the beginning, just to again tone down some of the contour. And then I'm using Becca's Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill, and I'm using a Morphe M501 brush to apply it to my cheekbones. I don't know why I do it twice. I never apply highlighter once. I always have to go back in twice. This is the part of the video where I started to look a little bit plastic. But it's alright, I don't care. I'm going for a full-on look, so may as well go on full-on fake while I'm at it. And then after blotting off most of my lip balm, I'm using MAC's Talking Points lip liner to line my lips. I stay within the lines of my lips. I don't overline my lips because I don't need to. But if you would like to, obviously go ahead and do that, no judgment. And then I'm using the shade Happy Go Lucky, which is a limited edition pink lipstick by MAC. It's one of my favourite formulas. It's in the amplified formula. And then that is it. Smush your lips together to blend out the lip liner, and then your look is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this full-on makeup look. It was fun. Hope you enjoy these kind of looks. I look very, very plastic. I look plastic. It's fantastic. You know I do. I look wicked though. Anyway, hope you all enjoy. Bye.